What's going on, everyone? This is RFBM, Raising the Financial Bar with Mar. First things first, prayers out to all those affected by Hurricane Helene. Today, I just want to do a quick video on ways in which you may benefit from things and resources that are being provided to those impacted. So the impact of the hurricane extends past Florida, but specifically what I'm looking at right now is Hillsborough County, Florida government website. All right, so if you see here, when applying for FEMA disaster individual assistance, residents who have unmet needs for necessities such as food, shelter, and clothing can receive an initial $750 in serious needs assistance without being required to conduct an inspection. Now, a key thing here, if you were displaced from your home due to the hurricane storm damage and are staying in a car with a friend, family member, in a hotel or a shelter, anywhere that isn't the home you were in prior to the storm, FEMA is also available to you as well. Hillsborough County residents affected by the hurricane qualify, but the deadline to apply is November 27, 2024. All right, so now that we've established that, you're probably wondering, where would I go to apply for this FEMA aid? Well, you would apply at disasterassistance.gov. For those of you that have seen prior videos that I've done, you're probably already familiar with this website. So the application will require you to create an account with login.gov or link to an existing account if you already have one. All right, and here's a list of all the information that you would have to provide on that application. As I always say, make sure you enter everything carefully and you read the fine print, because the last thing you need is to go through the application process and get rejected over a simple technicality. You know how it is with the government. They want to know all of this information, so make sure you get it right the first time around. And also, you don't have to apply online. You can do it by phone and through other mediums, but I think it's most efficient to go ahead and do it online if you're able. Once your application has been submitted, FEMA will contact you to explain your eligibility assistance you receive and how to appeal if you're rejected. If your primary residence was damaged by the disaster and is not livable, sanitary, and safe, FEMA will schedule a home inspection to verify damage. I also want to add, on the news recently, about a couple days ago, they did say to not remove any debris for the damage, to make sure you take pictures prior to removing of any of the damage. Last thing you need is for them to review your claim and the damage be understated. And as I've stated in previous videos about FEMA assistance, if you have any questions, concerns, where you need help, go ahead and call the FEMA helpline. That's 800-621-3362. And from what it shows here, it says that they're available in your time zone from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week. Speaking of giving them a call if you have any questions or concerns, there's also been some controversy going around where there's some conspiracy theories, hoax about storms or oncoming storms in relation to the recent hurricane. Just be mindful of that so you're not scammed or misled. All right, so moving on, we're going to go ahead and go to disasterassistance.gov. That's the website that you want to go to, once again, in order to start the process to submit the application. So if you're interested, it'll let you know in this little snapshot everything that they're doing, but we're going to go ahead and go further and move on through the application process. So I'll add the exact web address you want to enter in just to make it easier when you're going through the application process here. All right, hit let's get started. I'm not a robot. Hit submit, enter in my zip code. I'm in Temple Terrace. I'll put in 33617, Florida, Tampa. We'll be hitting Hurricane Helene because that's the one that will be impacted in this example. We'll go ahead and move on. It's going to lead us to the county, Hillsborough County. Go ahead and review this information here where it asks about the individual assistance for business loans, for unemployment assistance, which portions of these things are impacting you. You don't know until you try. Sometimes they may not approve you, but if this fits, if you fit in these categories, it's worth a try applying for it if you need the help. All right, moving on. Following page is going to ask you what type of assistance do you need. So if you see here, it's pretty extensive. They have home damage, vehicle damage, personal property damage. You have the emergency needs, so essential items, food, clothing, home access. And then we have the miscellaneous, so medical expenses. Now keep in mind, they can't provide money for losses already covered by insurance. Alright, so be mindful, okay? Moving on to the next page. As you can see here, it's responding to what I said about needing medical or dental expenses. We'll just click no so we can go to the next page. Alright, so another prompt it's responding to because of what I said about the personal property damage. You put that this is your primary home if you've been there 6 months or so. Alright, so the next page it's wanting you to review your choices. If you see here, you just confirm the date that you were impacted for those losses. So we'll leave it at the 23rd, and then you put the type of losses. So the damages, flood, power surge, lightning, the hurricane, rain, wind-driven rain. There's other options as well, but we'll just choose those. And then it brings me to this section here where you have to agree to the privacy. You have to agree to the Privacy Act statements and also the declaration. Go ahead and click sign in to create account. And at this point, this is where I'll drop off, but create your account, and more than likely it's going to have you review all of your things and describe the different things that impacted, because they may want some physical evidence. But at that point, you go ahead and submit. If you've seen my previous FEMA videos, then you know that the process is not very difficult. And at that point, if you have any questions, again, reach out to them. As always, I appreciate the support. If you find this content helpful, please like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate the support. Again, this is RFBM, Raising the Financial Bar with Mar. Peace, love, be safe out here. And again, prayers to everybody impacted.
Our own mind has to be changed. We have to change our mind about ourselves.
Because this world is such a gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like taught that from school.
I don't come to bow, I come to conquer.